Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode in our CCSL character introduction series. Last week we announced all of the characters that are returning, or were announced to be returning at the end of Season 1 of the CCSL, and this week we will be looking at the characters who are marked as brand new, never before revealed characters, and we will be announcing these in the same order and sequence that we did in the videos from last week. So today we'll be looking at the 4 new combatants from the Obsidian and Azure divisions, and on Thursday we will be looking at the new never before revealed characters coming to the Cardinal and Ivory divisions. So before we jump into today's character introductions, make sure to check and see if you are subscribed to the channel. If you're not, please feel free to do so, as we're trying to hit 125 subscribers by the channel's first anniversary in just a few months. So that would greatly help us out if we're able to meet that milestone. Feel free to leave a like on the video if you enjoyed, and without further ado, let's jump into the character introductions. The first character that we have not yet revealed is Terry, or Terry Bogard from the King of Fighters series. Terry is a recent newcomer to Smash in general, joining in just the last half of this past year, but he's been around for a while. He was originally introduced in the King of Fighters game, which released in 1991, and he's been a main staple of that series ever since. Now, Terry has quite an explosive moveset and a very unique set of moves at his disposal, which is sure to bring a very interesting set of matchup situations to the CCSL as a whole. Anytime that Terry takes on a home match, he will do so from the King of Fighters Stadium, particularly the Omega variant, just like all the other combatants. So unfortunately no wall barriers to smash through, but we will hear the New Order theme playing in the background of each fight. Now again, Terry is sure to strike a fierce competition between all of the members of the league, so we are very eager and excited to see how he performs in contrast with all of the other characters in the division. Looking forward to seeing you out there on the battlefield, Terry. The second combatant that we are introducing is Dark Pit, and Dark Pit is an incomplete clone of his counterpart Pit, and doesn't tend to get along with him very well, though they have been known to work together on occasion. Dark Pit is known as the Dark-Winged Doppelganger, and originally appeared in Kid Icarus Uprising, which released in 2012. Though he is new to the CCSL, he has been around since Smash 4 for the Wii U, and has had a couple of interesting move tweaks to make him slightly different than his otherwise counterpart, though he does still count and classify as an Echo Fighter. He will produce all of his home matches from the Skyworld stage, and of course he has to have his titular theme as the main anthem playing in the background of all of his matches. So Dark Pit's theme will be the main song choice that will be playing in any appearance that he has at home. Dark Pit will certainly bring an interesting mix-up of close-up combat and range, so we welcome him into the fray as well as this season ramps up to get underway. The third new combatant joining the CCSL is Villager. Now, Villager doesn't have a canon name. There's not a main staple name that you can assign to him. He is just that. He is the Villager, and I guess based off of your save file, you can name him anything that you want. Contrary to what Choctopus would have you believe, he is the real mayor of Smashville, or at least the Smash headcanon says so. He is new to the CCSL this season, but has been running around in a multitude of different games ever since 2001, and all of his home matches will take place from town and city. The theme, though there are a lot of them that you could pick from or alter through, that you will hear in the background of his matches, will be the title theme from Animal Crossing Happy Home Designer. Now, don't let these cold dead eyes fool you. Villager is certainly a menace and is certain to pull out a number of nasty, disgusting tricks to face off against the different members of the league. So we are sure to have some positively riveting matches with the Villager in this round of the combat. So we will look forward to seeing you out there. The fourth and final combatant joining us for Season 2 of the CCSL in the Obsidian division is Cloud Strife from the Final Fantasy series, particularly Final Fantasy VII. Now, Final Fantasy VII did recently get a remaster, and though the full game is not yet available, it seems to be quite expansive, and people are having a lot of fun with it. So Cloud is very much a hot-button topic, but that's not why he made it into Season 2 of the CCSL. This first-class soldier has been around for a while, first appearing in the original Final Fantasy VII in 1997. Now, his home stage that he will face all of his combatants from is Midgar, and we will hear the theme Let the Battles Begin playing in the background as he takes on those matches at home. Now, Cloud has quite a large sword and is a very menacing opponent, but the thing that you do need to keep in mind with him is he will break through the competition with his limit, and that adds a very interesting new dynamic to these fights as we will see the season go underway. So Cloud will certainly bring a quite unique spin on Season 2 of the CCSL. We've had a look at the combatants from the Obsidian division. Now let's go ahead and have a look at the never-before-revealed combatants for Season 2 of the CCSL in the Azure division. The first new combatant for the Azure division is Ike from the Fire Emblem series. Ike doesn't technically have a last name, as do none of really any of the Fire Emblem characters, but he is known most commonly as the son of Griel, who was slain by the Black Knight, and in his conquest to exact his revenge, he became to be known as the Radiant Hero of Legend. Ike first appeared in his first Fire Emblem game in 2005, and has been a little bit of a menace and heartthrob ever since his introduction. His home stage is matching with one of the other Fire Emblem characters that we have in Season 2 of the CCSL, where all of his matches will take place from the Cashel Siege stage, but it's much like what you would expect from the LA Clippers and the LA Lakers. Same home stage, but very different matchups when that takes place. You will know the distinction between the two, as any time that Ike faces off against an opponent at home, you will hear Against the Dark Knight playing in the background in contrast to the other theme from the other combatant. Now Ike, though he does move a little bit slow, he more than makes up for it with the range of his attacks, especially with the long sweeping attacks from his sword, as well as the quick retaliation of his side B. The second character newly announced to the Azure division is Ryu from Street Fighter. Now Ryu doesn't really have a last name either, but the only relevant last name that you can assign to him is from some of the film adaptations that have been made from the Street Fighter genre, where he is given Hashi as a surname, but canonically, he does not have a surname that he has been attributed to him. Due to his unique training and expertise, he is known as the Eternal Wanderer, and though he's new to the second season of the CCSL, he's been around for quite a while, as his first game that he appeared in was 1987's Street Fighter Original. Anytime that Ryu shows up to have a fight, we will be showcasing him from the Suzaku Castle, that's difficult to say, and we will hear the Ryu Stage Type A theme playing in the background of his matches. Now Ryu is a quite technical fighter, but along with the likes of Terry Bogard in Season 2 of the CCSL, we're sure to have some very interesting matchups and confrontations, not only between these characters, but the rest of the cast as a whole. The third newcomer character to the Azure division is Mario's counterpart, Luigi. And since they are the Mario Bros, and canonically are confirmed to be, Mario's name is confirmed to be Mario, this means that Luigi's name is Luigi Mario, and that's just kind of the way that it is. He's known as the Eternal Understudy, and came into a bit of a windfall with a couple of mansions that may or may not be, no, not may or may not, they are definitely haunted. And that has led to some very interesting movesets made available to Luigi as he's progressed through the games over the years. Originally, he did appear as a palette swap of Mario and was introduced in 1983. But anytime that he appears in this game, or in this season, we will be showcasing his fights from his own mansion, Luigi's Mansion, and we will hear the slightly more upbeat, peppier arrangement of Luigi's Mansion's main theme, particularly the new remix, to add a little bit of some vigor to the matches that he appears in. Luigi is not to be underestimated, and we're certain to see really outstanding things coming from him in Season 2. The final new combatant being introduced into the Azure division is Ness. Ness, like many of the characters that we've highlighted today, does not have a technical surname, and there's lots of speculation as to what it may be. There's nothing officially confirmed. This PSI powerhouse has been around since the inception of Smash Bros. As a whole, but this is his first appearance into the CCSL. His original game, Earthbound, released in 1994, and he has been psyching himself up for combat consistently ever since. When Ness shows up to take on opponents at home, he will do so from the On It stage, and we will hear the Bien Friends remix playing in the background of all of his matches. Now, Ness certainly brings a new interesting set of mechanics and reach to the different combatants which he will be squaring off against, but that is not to underestimate him, as he is certainly one heck of a menace, and you do not want to cross him or get caught on the wrong side of his attacks, as he can dangerously entrap you. So with all those characters introduced, we have now completely revealed the full roster for both the Obsidian and Azure divisions, and as mentioned before, we will be back with more character introductions on Thursday, where we round out the roster with 4 new characters for the Cardinal division and 4 more characters for the Ivory division as well. So once again, make sure you're subscribed to the channel to ensure that you don't miss that video or any of the other daily videos coming your way. And with that said, I hope that you have an absolutely fantastic rest of your day.